Emo rap originated during the 2010s as a fusion genre between both hip-hop and emo rock. Prior to the emergence of emo rap, topics related to sadness, depression, and self-harm were rarely if ever discussed in rap music. In fact, the vast majority of rap artists up until that point had done everything in their power to avoid looking or sounding vulnerable and weak. Even artists like Eminem, who frequently discussed the topic of drug addiction, would tend to frame addiction in such a way to make him look even more merciless and brutal as a result. During the 90s and early 2000s, the genre was completely dominated by macho posturing. Throughout those decades, hip-hop lyrics often featured vivid, hyperbolic, yet creative descriptions of how manly and merciless the artist was. And while that perspective still exists in hip-hop today, it's no longer monopolizing the genre. Popular artists like Lil Peep, Juice WRLD, Convolk, and Lil Tracy all fit within the emo rap subgenre. And to some extent, the subject matter touched upon by Lil Uzi could arguably land him in this subgenre as well, although Lil Uzi's beats are typically video game or hyperpop inspired, rather than emo rock inspired. So where you draw the line is really up to you. Let's get into the cook-up. First, we're going to open up Omnisphere and look for a suitable guitar sound. I like this 18-string acoustic guitar, but I'm going to turn off the echo effect. Now we're going to lay down a melody in B-flat major. Here's what I came up with. Next, we're going to apply some effects. First, I'm using this EQ. Then I'm adding this guitar amp for a more distorted feel. Then I'm adding another EQ. And then I added this channel strip plugin. After that, I'm doing some parallel processing to apply some reverb. And I'm also using parallel processing for this delay as well. Lastly, I'm adding a phaser effect to the guitar bus, just to give it a little more life. Here's what the guitar melody sounds like with effects applied. Next, I opened up this Analog Lab preset and I laid down this counter melody. I added some effects. I applied an EQ, I added a high pass filter, then I added a 1/4 delay, and lastly I added some reverb. Here's what our counter melody sounds like now. I laid down a clap. I added a perk. I laid down an open hat. I made a simple 2-step hat pattern. I added some hat rolls. I made this kick pattern. I made this 808 melody. Here's what the drums sound like all together. Alright, now it's time to write some lyrics. As I discussed in the intro section, emo rap lyrics are generally sad, with subject matter focusing primarily on drug use and mental health. I'm going to put the song we made today on my Spotify, so if you like the track, I encourage you to stream it and add it to a playlist, since adding to a playlist is really the only thing that helps with their algorithm. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's see what we've come up with.
I really hate me. It's only time for they try to replace me. Suicide on my mind while I daydream. Been this way since the day I was 18. 18 maybe. If I work a little harder I could change things. And my life's like a movie, the main theme is I'm constantly doing the same scenes daily, ayy. Been smoking weed at the fake. Quiet all the thoughts that'll keep me awake. Every friend I've had turned evil and fake. Change vision, can't see them the same. I'm numb from all my drugs, filling my lungs. I'm done facing demons, been I hide from. All my favorite artists seem to die young. I'm numb from all my drugs, filling my lungs. I'm done facing demons.